Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to the episode of my F1 2019 Ferrari Manager Career Mode here for round number 5 at the South African Grand Prix. If you guys did miss the previous one, then be sure to go check that one out. That was a difficult race for us, but in the end, we came away with an okay amount of points for Sebastian Vettel. Verstappen let us down a little bit. The car, we gave him the better engine, but parts of the rest of the car were maybe not as good, potentially, reviewing back what happened in that race. But we move on, we continue on. We've got, obviously, parts still being made for our car. We've got a new suspension part in. We'll continue to develop. We'll actually have a check here. So our engine, we're first in acceleration. Brakes are fine apparently as well. Low speed corner front wing needs work. Same with the suspension, and rear wing is actually fine then. So in terms of then what we should be making, both we've not done. We've done one iteration on the suspension. We've not done anything on the front wing. So I think we should probably work on that then and try and bump that up if we can. 25 to max seems the best one. So that's going to be 1165. That'll get done 16 days before the Grand Prix. It gets done in 2 days time. Very quick upgrade that is for us then. So we'll have a look at the pit crew and see how that goes. We've got one guy that's unfortunately burnt out, but he's only level 15 on the tyres, so that's not too bad. We'll fire him. Could be a lot worse. We'll swap in someone else for this level 16. And you know what? A lot of these guys are actually well rested now. So we'll swap them back out, basically, try and lower down this pit stop. We've got number 7 here. Swap him out. We've gone to a 2.38 pit stop time. Very decent. I just want to check the contracts now for these guys to make sure we are not going to run out of them anytime soon. 5 races. I'll renew that contract. Let's have a look here. 4, yep, we'll renew that because I have a feeling, yeah, a lot of these guys are maybe in the 4 to 3 region, maybe. That guy's 9, but we'll renew him because he's really good. Just want to make sure we don't actually run out of these guys and suddenly we don't have any of them. In terms of new hires, we could always do with a good front jack man just to kind of mix things up, so we'll hire this dude as well. Apart from that, though, there's no one really that's jumping out here, so we're going to reject the rest of them. I mean, they're all appalling on the tyres, so I don't know what that's about. So in terms of the best pit crew we've got, I think that's pretty much it, yeah? Obviously, these fixing guys, we always just leave them tired because we haven't had to fix a part yet this entire series, really. We've always managed to just about, knock on wood, make it through to the end of a race, even if parts are kind of crucial. So hopefully that continues. But we need to move on then with male interview after that last race. Then after his win today, we're wondering thoughts on Hamilton. I'm going to say anything can happen in motorsport. That's not going to affect anything apart from Hamilton, so that's all fine. But of course, yeah, Hamilton went on to win that race in a decent fashion. Next time, it's Cape Town. In terms of crucial parts, it is all about acceleration, deceleration, and low speed. So this could be another tough one for us, actually, because low speed we're not good at. Deceleration, acceleration, we're good, though, so that might balance things out. And it was a good Grand Prix for us last season. I remember we were pretty decent around Cape Town in terms of the strategy we had and the way the car was going. So I'm still hopeful about bouncing back a little bit there. In terms of, I say bouncing back, constructors, we're still 11 points ahead. Merck only eroded 1 point off us last race, so that's really not that bad in the grand scheme of things. But this new suspension, then we'll remove this one right here, add that on. That's reliability as well as this one as well. In terms of anything else we can improve reliability of the engine, I would say, yeah, let's work on that. Obviously, we're not going to use this one. This is risky, so the next best one is this. And then in terms of the front wing, we're fine. Rear wing, we're fine, really. Gearbox, maybe this one could be added on just to improve it a little bit on reliability. But I think we're going to move on towards performance already now. So 31, I mean, that gets done 1 day before the Grand Prix. So if we move it to there, 40-10. That's pretty decent in terms of these are now going to get picked up in terms of performance. And the reliability will still be pretty decent by the time we get to the next Grand Prix. So we'll move forward then. And literally in 2 days, the new front wing is made. I love it. Ferrari, literally, the factory we have is bonkers right now. Things get done so quickly. So we'll do another iteration of the front wing, plus 25 to max. I will go plus 40 to max. That's a massive amount of improvement there. And that's going to add on 5 days. Although we could do this one, and that's only 2 days added on. But that'll still get done before the Grand Prix, 7 days before. So, yeah, may as well just take the hit of 5 days extra time on development. That's fine by me. It only costs us $750,000. That's basically like a drop in the water, drop in the sea for us, basically. So that's all fine as well. We've got an R&R dilemma. What is this? Verstappen, okay, is there anything I can do to convince you of my skills? What? Okay, I don't get that. Get a grip, focus on driving. Add personality trait, burnt out, -10. Crack out the cucumbers. Refocused, minus... Okay, that's a very weird email to get, but I'll say crack out the cucumbers. I don't know what on earth that actually means, but there we go. They've been cracked out. He's refocused, and we've spent $250,000 on... I don't know. Did we just spend $250,000 on cucumbers? I don't understand the phrase. I've never heard that phrase, if that is a phrase that's ever said in the English language, but there you go. Right, front wing. We're going to remove what's close to being done, this suspension part. So I'll add that front wing on. I'll add that onto the reliability, and then I will move this just a little bit towards there, 2 hours before the Grand Prix, or after the Grand Prix, rather. That's all fine. So we'll move forward then, and we'll have this new front wing designed as well, and then we'll probably move on then to the Grand Prix. Right, new front wing made. We'll now make something else, I think. No, we're still not as high as we want to be with the front wing with Merc. So this is taking 3 iterations, quite a long time actually, to get this done. So we'll go with 25-25, or 25-40 rather. Then we'll do, what's going to be the best? That's going to be 1-2-2-5, or this is -10, and during the Grand Prix. But that's still an improvement, really. Like, during the race, that'll become mega. So, I'll go with that then. I'll get done 2 days after the Grand Prix. That's fine by me. So, we've got 2 iterations done, at least, before this next GP. We'll come through here again. We will remove something else. What else is close to being done here in this little tally? What? Nothing's really that close, to be honest. I mean, this is about 20 points off, maybe, on the gearbox. I think I'll remove this gearbox. Yeah, that's maybe only 5 off being done. So I'll remove that one, add that on, add that to reliability. I'll remove these 2 suspension parts. Don't need that. I'll remove the engine as well. Don't need that. That's 88. That's pretty good. So I'll just focus on the front wings. That'll get done 1 hour before the GP. In terms of the chance of rain, 10% for South Africa. So probably not much rain coming into it. As we go to Cape Town, you can see there reliability is done. On the same day, we are travelling to the GP. So to that effect, I will bring this back now and just do all performance. I'll add on any last bits of reliability that we might want to do. So these 2, perhaps 1 set of brakes here, which is that one. What else? Rear wing, maybe. Can't get enough of that. And then add those on as well. Right, so in terms of the fit parts then, let's have a gander here and make sure we're picking this wisely. So, I'll give Verstappen the better engine again. Verstappen, I made a mistake here, didn't give him these good brakes. Vettel will still get those better brakes. The front wing, I will give the better one to Vettel, but both of them will have an upgrade of front wing essentially. And then the gearbox is going to go that way as well. The rear wing, what's this? Plus 40 in the race. Okay, I'll give that one to Verstappen. I'll give this one to Vettel. They're both delighted. And I will now give the better suspension. I'll give it to Vettel since obviously he is the one in the kind of better championship position right now. But they're both delighted with that. So they're happy. That's all that matters. And actually Verstappen's more delighted than Vettel. So that probably means I've got given Verstappen a slightly better car, to be honest here. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Apparently, 10% rain's enough for heavy raining quality in the race. So what do I know about 10% in chance of rain in weather? Let's go to practice then. Might be a bit of a weird one, because if it does rain in the racing quali, it will be pretty much a very useless practice session. Right, taking practice, going to send them out on the soft tyre, even though if it does rain, obviously, we might not even use the soft tyre very much. If it depends on how much the rain comes down in the race. In quali, obviously, it won't matter either way, but I will check this, well, I won't check the setup, actually, because we'll try and get the knowledge done, as per usual now, with these shorter practice sessions. So I'll send them both out. We'll get to at least... We'll let them get to level 2. It's not a very long circuit, so 15 minutes should be enough to get level 2 on both of the levels, really, in terms of there's no rain for practice here, and it's only literally, well, what lap time is it? As Verstappen comes through, purple, obviously the only one setting a lap time, really, what's it going to be? A 1:10, yeah, it's not really a long lap there, so I think we should be able to get easily level 2 done on both. But I mean, we already have. We're literally only 12 minutes here. 3 minutes gone. We've got level 1. So I think we should be fine for both, really. Right, Verstappen's in. We've got an excellent and 2 greats. Vettel stayed out. We'll just tick over to level 2 with him. 95% set up. That's pretty damn decent. I might not fiddle around with that too much. We'll see. We'll have maybe a little tweak of it in quali in Q1, but I'll send him out now on the Ultras. Vettel will now come in on this lap. He's got level 2, so that's decent timing there for those two. In terms of him, he's not as good in the setup, so he's only going to be probably, I don't know, maybe just under 90? No, 91. Okay, that's not too bad, but I think we'll go a little bit lower on the downforce. That's not downforce, sorry. A little bit lower on the downforce here. In terms of acceleration, go towards top-end speed maybe, I think. And then handling, I'll leave that naturally to move over there. Quali, 3 laps, ultras, and we'll see. I think we might have to do a bit more tweaking with Vettel in Q1 than Verstappen. I think I'm happy with that, 95% with him, really. But let's come through. At the moment, though, Hamilton showing some decent pace there. Let's see. We're 5/10 off with Verstappen. What are we going to be with Vettel as he sets a white first sector? It's not really great there. Vettel not really looking too quick at the moment. Verstappen now sets a purple first sector, green second sector. Across the line, and he is 1/10 off. So it's looking closer than it initially was there, but I think it's going to be another tough fight. Merc have, really brought back the development race a little bit after the first episode. Well, actually, first episode, they clearly had the best car, actually. We got lucky, so got to remember, actually, on paper, Merc have a decent car, really. We've just gone lucky here and there to be able to bag, I think, 2 wins so far this season out of 4 races, and Merc have got the other 2, so it's been a very even fight, actually. But Verstappen will come in now. Obviously, it's a 3-lap stint. We'll send him right back out for another quali stint of 3 laps on Ultras, and then Vettel, the same thing. Bring him in a little bit early, maybe, actually. Oh, no, he's on the in-lap. He's on the in-lap. Level 2. Oh, we got level 2. Actually, we got it. We got it already done. We could get level 3, actually, We send him out again. 3 laps. Setup-wise, I'll just revert back to that one. That was a horrendous setup change to 78%, so I don't know what on earth I was doing. We'll send Vettel back out. 1 minute to go. We might just get level 3, That's going to be pretty damn sweet for quali, at least. And if it does rain in the race, we can then take Ultra Knowledge into the race and be pretty punchy when it is dry come race day. Okay, decent. Okay, that's surprising, actually. So that's how short the track is. It allowed us to get level 3 on one of these trims. I would have preferred it to be on the race trim, but there you go. Right, quali time, no rain at the moment in Q1, so obviously, I mean, either way, we're going to always take in the Ultra and the quali knowledge, but Vettel, I need to definitely do something on his setup here. So we went the wrong way with him. We went, well, the complete wrong way, so that was okay, that was good. So I'm going to go the other way then, go towards oversteer and see if that's the one. That was good, that was poor. So I'm going to say lower speed balance then, apparently, and then the downforce. Well, he was great with everything, really, so that didn't really matter too much. So I'm just going to leave it there, really. We'll go with the super softs, though. We'll go with the middle compound Atara, of course, because don't need to bother wasting an ultra set in Q1. Take quali, and I will send them both out. Of course, Vettel will do a few little laps with the super softs just to get the setup homed in. Right, 93% for Vettel, so that's a better setup. It's still not amazing where we want it to be. That was good. That was good. So somewhere in the middle is going to be maybe where our excellent is for the handling wise. So something like that, perhaps. Speed balance back to where we were. We'll leave everything there. So if we can get 3 greats maybe, or 2 greats and an excellent, that'll be decent. So send it back on that same set of tyres. Verstappen's all fine. That 95, I don't really want to try and budge from that because I'll just probably make it worse, to be honest. And it's now raining, actually, at the end of Q1. So Vettel comes in. What's this setup going to be? 96. Decent. And it starts to rain, though. So that rain has crept in. So maybe there is rain now to come for Q2 and Q3. If it does rain in Q2, that'll be interesting because it will open up the tyre strategy then for the start of the Grand Prix. So I'll actually be up for some rain in Q2, hopefully. But knowing this game, it's going to end raining here, and it's going to be sunny as we start Q2. Oh, and it is sunny. Yep, I knew it. There was a little spot of rain for a second there, but no, it is sunny. So I will send them out on the Ultras. It's really annoying that it's not raining now, but there you go. That's just how it goes. We'll get through into Q3 probably very easily then. Is it going to rain later on this session? Probably not, I don't think, now. That's really annoying, actually. I was really hoping on that, because it would have been definitely a bit spicy then to mix things up. But alas, we'll come through in Ultras, and we'll set pretty decent times. Oh, actually, no, though. Alonso. Wow, Red Bull looking pretty quick with Alonso there. What's Hamilton going to do? We beat Hamilton. It's Alonso and Red Bull that are looking quick there. Nearly 4 tenths faster than us there with Verstappen, and 7 tenths faster than Vettel. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, if this is like it's going to be for Q3, this will be quite tasty indeed. And I'm going to need Vettel to again pick up pace and bring out surprise pace out of nowhere. But at the moment, again in qualifying at least, the better engine for Verstappen is showing through. But then in the race, Vettel was looking much better. So again, we'll have to see how it goes on Sunday. It might be again a repeat of Portugal, maybe. If it's going the same way. It's the same pattern right now. And it is now raining and drizzling Q3. Brilliant. Where was this in Q2? It's going to be dry, though, by the end of the session, so let's just wait for track grip to go up. There's no point going out now, really, so I'll let everyone go out on inters. There's no point, really. We'll just wait this out for a sec. All right, here we go, then. Track grip's going up. We need to be out there as latest as we can, really. Well, not super, super late, but just quite late. So, probably about 2 minutes to go, I'll send them out. So, like now, actually, I'll send out Verstappen first. Give Vettel a bit of a maybe higher track grip circuit just in case maybe he can pull something out of the bag. But it's both on ultras then. Let's see how this goes then. We'll move on to Verstappen. We'll go on auto on the outlap. Let's see what they do. Good on the outlap there for Verstappen. It's perfect and overheated for Vettel. Verstappen comes through. Let's see how it goes. There's, oh, what? A surprise bit of rain right at the end there. That's going to ruin everything as Verstappen comes through. What's it going to be? Across the line, and it's only P5, and Vettel's going to come through, and it is only P6. That rain came out of nowhere. There was no indication of that rain right at the death. And so that's completely messed us over. And so it's a Noah's Ark of 2x2, 2 Mercs, 2 Red Bulls, and 2 Ferraris. That massively screwed us over. Okay, we've got a very interesting race on our hands now. We're very much on the back foot here. Right, so race time. P6, P5. This is, interesting to say the least. Is there rain coming? Yes, there is. I'm going to take the gamble. We're going to go on ultra knowledge for this race and use these tyres. We've got to start obviously on the tyre we started qualifying on in Q2. They're only to go for 10 laps. The rain's going to come about 12, 14. So let's go uber aggressive. Pit again for another set of ultras and do 2 sets of ultras before the rain even comes. I think that's the motive here, is maximum attack this time. Not conservative, maximum attack, especially from the 3rd row. It's max attack time. Alright, so here we go then to 5 red lights to the South African Grand Prix from the 3rd row on the grid. 5 red lights are out and we're on the way. It's a good start there by Verstappen. It's a slow one for Vettel. He's down to P7 momentarily. Round the outside now of the Alfa Romeo car of Raikkonen. That is Verstappen though, who's made a stonking start up into P3. He's got Alonso and Chilton. He's now got Ricciardo in his sights. Hamilton in the lead of this Grand Prix. Let's speed this up and see how this goes. Vettel's down to P8, I can see. Now P6. He's making his way back up. Verstappen still chasing Ricciardo. Vettel now up into P5. He's got Raikkonen. He's chasing after Alonso in that Red Bull here. But the 2 Mercs are setting the fastest laps right now. But Verstappen is hounding Ricciardo now. And we're just going to push on with these tyres and the fuel. Especially for Verstappen, really, with that better engine. With the fuel-efficient engine. Because, well, we need to try and attack them. We can't let Hamilton get away. We know how good he is in first place. I need to try and do something to get him. At the moment, though, it's not really happening for us there. As we've got a low fuel delta already with both drivers. And Vettel is the one actually, again, looking like he has more pace right now. And Vettel flies past Verstappen. Vettel is in the driving seat here versus Verstappen. Yeah, no, there's no really major excuses there. We're just going to go up full attack again for both drivers then. We're just going to punish these tyres, overheat them to no end, and try and push out as much pace as we can. Both of them going side by side through turn 1. Can we do anything to catch up to Ricciardo? No, we can't. Right, pace is now dropping a little bit. We've got worn tyres. We're going to pit in on this lap here then, I think. Set of ultras. Partition's fine. Recharge, no. Bounce pit stop there. Verstappen. We're going to have to double stack them, I think. I think we'll have to double stack them, to be honest. Yeah, double stack. Otherwise, we're going to lose too much. I think we'll lose less time double stacking them. Basically, I think. So we'll come in both at the same time. Double stacks here. Right, a little bit of pain for Verstappen. Come on. There we go. Oh, mistake for Verstappen there on the pit stop, but it's okay. Right, now we need to save a lot of fuel. We've burnt so much fuel then. So much fuel. Right. Vettel, P8. Let's see what we can do on these tyres, son. Come on, before the rain comes. Right, sit rep now on lap number 12. We have jumped Ricciardo with Vettel. Vettel's got ahead of Ricciardo. That's all good. The rain's going to come down in about 4 laps time, so I'm going to start probably maxing out and overheating their tyres again to push. Vettel needs to save so much fuel, so we're going to go full out attack, but low fuel, because he's really now low, like really bad on fuel. This track's quite a thirsty track. Obviously, he doesn't have the better engine, so he's got -2 of it, so that's pretty appalling. But we're in P2. We've got ahead of Ricciardo. We now need to try and see if we can chase after Hamilton. I'm hoping in the wet, maybe Vettel can do something as well. Let's see. Tyres overheating now, but the rain will come down in 3 laps' time. Right, rain's coming down. I'm going to pit in for inters right now. For Vettel, get early on those. Going to go for a fast pit stop. Going to... Ooh, 5.7. No, that's only the fixing parts. Right, going to risk it. Going to risk it with Vettel and go for a fast pit stop here. Verstappen will come in as well. He's down the order a little bit. He lost out in the pit stop with the double stack, but there was no way he was going to lose probably this much time if I had stayed out with him, basically, as well. At least in my mind, that's what I think would have happened. So, we'll come in both. Low fuel for both. Right, oh, Vettel's down to 3rd. Oh, his tyres really dropped off there. His tyres really dropped off. Right. And Ricciardo's pushing like a stabbed rat as well, apparently. Right. Fast pit stop. No mistake. Good. On to Inters. Same thing with Verstappen. Good. No mistake for both drivers. Very good. Right. We'll go medium now. We need to try and stretch these tyres now because we're going a long stint. 2 long stints probably on Inters to the end of this Grand Prix, I think. Right. Vettel's P4. We're 5 seconds back from Ricciardo. The Mercs are looking good here. They're looking good. We've got the measure of Alonso. Verstappen, where is he? He's going to be behind Alonso, isn't he? Yeah, he has to catch up to Alonso. Right, so Verstappen needs to get to P4. I think that's the minimum we can hope for is 3-4. I don't know. I'm slightly hoping still that Vettel can kind of pull some sort of mega pace out, but just as soon as Hamilton gets in the lead, he just runs away with it, obviously. So it's going to be very tough. Right, sit rep on lap 29 then as we get towards maybe the pit stop time. Vettel's still P3. We've kept the gap pretty much to Ricciardo. Like, it's still 5 seconds. But the gap from Ricciardo to Hamilton has grown from 11 to 17. So that is not ideal. And so that's the race win probably gone for us. I still have a little hope we could get second maybe if we push at the right time. I'm not too sure. With Verstappen, he's catching Alonso now at the end of this stint. And finally, he's got enough fuel to push his engine as well. So we should be able to get P4. So that's the bit of action we're waiting for is Verstappen, really. With Vettel, I don't know. How many laps we've got left? We've got 20 laps left. These go 17 laps. So we still need to stretch these tyres a decent amount. So I can't really be pushing Vettel too much. And the same thing with Verstappen. I can't really be pushing him too much because we need to stretch these out more to about lap 33 at least to get to the end of the Grand Prix. We're on 23% worn, but we need to keep going. We need to keep going. We need to stretch them. Hamilton pits. I'll continue on with... Well, Ricciardo's not going to pit, is he? He's going to continue on. So should I think I should pit with Vettel just to try something in terms of an undercut. We'll go on Inters with Vettel. And I will go for a fast pit stop and risk that. Verstappen, is Alonso going to come in? Alonso doesn't look like he's going to come in. So I will also come in with Verstappen and try that as well and try an undercut. Even though the tyre will be a little bit worse where at the end of the race, I'll just go for it. Got to try something here. So Vettel's in. Let's try and see then. Fast pit stop, please. Please, no mistake. Yes. Good. That's what we want right now. Flat out attack here. Going to use all the ERS as we go down this straight. And the same thing for Verstappen. Use all that ERS. Let's go. High engine modes. Let's push. And see how this goes then as we come through. Vettel, where is he? He is 3 seconds back from Ricciardo. That's not really worked, has it? That's really not worked. That's annoying. For Verstappen, though, it has worked. For Verstappen, it did work. He is now ahead of Alonso, so that worked for him. That was really decent then. For Verstappen, that undercut strategy did work. He's in P4 now, net P4. He should be, or I hope. Yes, there we go. There, Alonso pits, and we are ahead. So that worked for him. That's good, at least. So we are P3 now, 5 seconds. Can we please try and bridge that gap, Vettel, maybe? Alonso's re-overtaking Verstappen here. He's pushing harder than him, though, I think. Right now, is he? Yes, he is. He's going flat out attack. Yeah, definitely. We're conserving our tyres. He's going flat out attack. So Verstappen's got to re-overtake him now. It's going to be a bit of an ebb and flow here. They're quite closely matched, Verstappen and Alonso here in these cars. And we got him back. Ooh, nearly. We're side by side with Alonso there. I'm going to push the engine a little bit and try and save fuel later on. Come on, Verstappen. You've got to keep going, mate. Auto. Come on, mate. Come on. We're burning through fuel here. You need to get the job done sooner or later. Otherwise, going to have to go back to medium fuel. That's really annoying. That's really annoying. Worn tyres for Vettel, apparently. They're overheating a little bit. Let's try and cool that down. He's nowhere near third place. That's gone. That's really just... it's so annoying. It's really quite annoying sometimes in this game where once it's gone, it's just gone. You just can't get you can't get time back. Like, your car's just not fast enough here. With Verstappen, we're also overheating the tyres. They're overheating quite a fair bit at the end of this race for some reason. I wanted to try and go for a full-out attack on Alonso, but he's 2 seconds ahead now. I don't know. Right, we'll try and cool down these tyres. Go medium fuel. We're losing 3 seconds now. 4 seconds. 3. Ah, my God. We're so bad now. What's going on with these tyres? Honestly, what has gone on with these tyres? Right, go high fuel. We're going to ERS it all the way down this straight. They're going to capture some time. It gains us 1.3. Don't know what went on there. Don't know what went on. Final lap of the Grand Prix. ERS it all the way through. Overtake mode. But these tyres are shot. Vettel gets through for P3. And Verstappen does get Alonso on the line. Look at that. Okay, thank you. Last minute, Alonso's tyres went kaput. His 0% tyre wear. He had a puncture. We did get P4 and then. Okay, we got P3, P4. That's at least some sort of consolation, but That was a frustrating Grand Prix to watch, to say the least, really. Another one where it was tough to really even commentate with you guys, because nothing was really happening, actually. Like, it's just, I was unable to really do anything and affect anything with this race, because Mercedes were just, like, there. So Hamilton got fast out of the Grand Prix as well, so that's 12 points for him. So that's a big dent then for us. Vettel now 4 points behind Hamilton in the championship. And Constructors, it's down to 2 points now. We lead Merc. So that was a big race for Mercedes, a big 1-2 for them. We have to improve the car now. We need to improve it big time. Like, I thought, oh, yeah, we've got plenty of money. Our car's looking good. But actually, we need to spend a lot of this money because Merc have clearly been spending a lot. They have a very strong car at the baseline, but they've also kept up development very much so. We've got 1.5 million in the bank, but yeah, not good enough, that race. That was really frustrating to watch. But nonetheless, guys, if you did enjoy that episode, then be sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you are new around here, subscribe for weekly fallen content. I've been aarava. Hope you stay. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.